Hello, 12 signs. Nobody's, but I just got here and I'm just waiting to see if I can get. See, my sound is good. I'm just trying to see if I could get some people in here for a moment while I prepare. Just to let you know, I'm going to be reading. Um, I don't. What is wrong with this stream? It is so freaking. It's choppy. What do you guys see? Nobody's here. Ah! Sorry. Okay. Just waiting, just waiting. I'm gonna wait 5 minutes and then I'm gonna just go for it like I did last time. Everyone can catch up if they show up. Definitely put in some comments. If you are watching the playback, put in some comments for the put in comments for the live. For the replay, and I will answer them. I love to answer comments for you guys, and I'm really happy. I kind of want to end the stream and see if I can fix that, but I don't think I can because I'm really um, not technically aspected for that kind of work. I had enough trouble with the light going today and getting my flowers in position and getting my cards. I'm going to be using the alchemy deck today because it is, again, a time of change. All right, so I'm going to start just because I want to. And I want to get this done by 8 o'clock because I have some meditating to do. If you look in the description box, you will also find some meditations that I've put there for your crown chakra and your third eye chakra, because these are the chakras that are influenced by the Lionsgate portal. And also to also reiterate, if you are feeling symptoms of an ascension, it's okay. Sometimes you will mistake illness for ascension, and sometimes you will mistake ascension for illness. One of the ways to realize that your soul is changing, your brain is changing, your DNA is changing, which is very biofeedback, it's very scientifically based actually, is that it's kind of what they do when they torture you or interrogate you or manipulate you. It's the same thing, but you do it to your own benefit. So it's kind of that same feeling, and you kind of feel cloudy, and you kind of feel like your brain's going to explode, or your eyes are going to pop out, or you're just going to cry at the drop of a hat. And when these chakras are activated, and then all of a sudden you feel completely clear, and you feel the blue sky, and you feel the ocean. I mean, I live by the beach. Well, I live in Orange County, which is a beach county. I'm not far from the beach, I should say. All right, I'm gonna go. All right, welcome to my channel. 12, my lovely 12 signs. I am Rachel, Queen of Clovers. I know I'm looking at my notes because I'm a little nervous tonight. Again, thank you for subscribing. I have a lot of subscribers this week. The readings were so good. I enjoy doing them. I can't wait to do the next set. This set is going to be just amazing. All right, welcome to the highest energy day of the Lionsgate Polar Girl, 8/8/2019. The sun is very critical today. Ooh, I got some. I just put a little hi for Karen. You're alone in here, Karen, so let's get going. Karen V, I want to remember your name, lovely. What sign are you, so that when I get to your reading, I can pay attention to you, since you are the first person in my life. Tell me what sign you are, Karen. All right. So the sun nourishes our physical bodies, and of course, the star Sirius nourishes our spiritual. Oh, Karen's an Aries. I love you, Karen. I'm an Aries too. All right. So we went through the death energy. We went through the devil energy of the Mercury retrograde and eclipse season. But then we come out to the sun and the strength. And of course, we've had so much Leo in our chart that you guys have to recognize this card for my reading and my intentions. Taming the beast, getting our inner. This is definitely a strength card. It is taming our inner beast and getting above that, integrating our whole selves. And of course, we have the sun card. Today is all about joy. Definitely get in the joy. I can't wait to read for Aries, Karen. I'm excited. I'm still trying to do this so that so that when people watch the replay, they get it as well. All right. So just to get to forever consciousness is the critical idea behind the Lionsgate portal. This is the idea of your soul actually being Your soul actually being forever and eternal, the eternal indestructibility of your soul as opposed to your physical body. And this is the idea that some of us will be going. This is basically the idea that after we leave this incarnation of our physical selves on this planet, we're going somewhere else spiritually. And we do believe that. A lot of people believe that. That's why we watch so many ghost shows. Anciently, Sirius. It aligns with the Giza pyramids, it aligns with the sun. It's kind of a beautiful thing. It is the gateway to heaven and a path to the divine. Now, when you reach spiritual awareness, I love the story of St. Francis of Assisi. And St. Francis of Assisi was a pretty rich kid. And when he became awakened to spiritual, just awakening, he ran through the streets and he threw off all his clothes because he wanted to release everything to the world and actually leave himself bare and naked before God. Of course, everybody was like, hey, let's get you some clothes on and let's figure this out a better way. But it's the whole idea behind the serious energy. We definitely want to throw off parts of ourselves that are holding us down spiritually. And also, we want to allow ourselves to let our higher selves, our higher possibilities come to us by exiting the orthodox. We want to exit the control matrix, the idea that the media is controlling us, our parents were controlling us. Um, Sometimes the loved ones are controlling us, and sometimes we are just controlled by our obligations to society and our obligations to conformity. I like to say God so loved uncommon people because He made so many of us. It's and this time calls for us to pull on those energies, remember our past lives, not just our past lives in craziness like I might have been Saint Francis of Assisi or Joan of Arc. I'm talking about past lives in terms of what did I do when I was in high school that lit me up like a firecracker? What did I do in my 20s that fed my soul so much that I feared nothing. And it's kind of coming back to that part of ourselves that was greater. Some symptoms of this ascension. Let's talk about it. Synchronicity overload. Now, if you've seen repeating numbers all week, every time I look at the clock, I see things like 222 or 333. And yes, I have been waking up at 3 a.m. every morning. This is the witching hour. This is the time we wake up. And if you actually pray or you ask Spirit a question and just sit there quietly, that answer is just going to pop in your head. Remember, spirit messages don't usually come verbally in words. Spirits don't speak that way. I've actually encountered St. Michael in my prayers many times. He says nothing. Oh yeah, you need that energy. So definitely, if you're seeing those synchronicities, if you're feeling like you're seeing birds, you're seeing like you just have to look up at the sky and look at the clouds today, that's definitely like the energy calling you. Remember, we don't worship the stars. They are, and even though these things are happening above and we feel the energy, they still don't control us. We still have our free will. So let's always remember that. People always think I'm logically like reading my horoscope and making decisions based on that. No, that's absolutely not the way it should be. And if you're doing that, you're doing it wrong. And you're probably miserable. I can imagine. I know people used to not leave their house when I was in high school because of what their horoscope said. And that is absolutely the wrong track. All right, timeline shift. This is my favorite because when you're timeline shift, you wake up in the morning and you're getting ready for work and you don't feel that pressure of having to leave. When you get to work, you don't feel the pressure of the clock on you. You don't feel that you feel time differently. You sit down to read a book and you're like, I'm going to sit for an hour. 5 hours later, you finish the book and you're done. You don't even feel like time passed. You're going to experience time differently because your spirit and your soul is going to take in that energy differently, absorb it, and respond differently. You're not going to be reacting to the time continuums and the time demands. You're going to be responding to them. So you're still going to be holding on to your responsibilities. So you should be access to dormant desires and wishes and skills. A lot of us may come into knowing in terms of more people are in the room, Karen, but you're still first, my lovely Aries. But you should come back into skills. I have this deep desire right now to take ballet class. And I have taken ballet class more than half my life. And I've also studied more than half my life. I've worked at it more than half my life. And it's just on my brain right now. And I'm dancing all over. And I can't sit down anywhere. I just got to get up and do it because I know spirit is telling me, get moving, and we know what you like to do, kind of thing. All right. Distraction disorders will be gone with this portal. You'll be able to feel that energy of no longer living your life for somebody else. We were all brought here for a purpose. You need to seek that out. And we need to find our purpose and see what it means. Sometimes it is to serve others, but there is a purpose for you specifically, and it isn't to fall to the will of others or to be distracted by their own energies. If you're supporting them, that's one thing, but there's something inside you that is for you to express into the world. There's a lot of people washing dishes right now for very little money that do not have their side hustle going because they're tired as hell and they don't have their they're not expressing their light in the world. All right, psychic activation. This drives people crazy. This is overcoming despair. When you recognize despair, a lot of people take this energy because you will feel it. I do feel it in my skin. I'm not sure if you guys can feel it buzzing all around you. I just could not sit down today. It was just, I'm lucky to have a job right now, I feel, because I just ran around all day around the office. But this is why we have seen a lot of violence during the Lionsgate portal, because it is not comfortable. It's not a comfortable change to excel, accelerate spiritually, or recognize your despair. Plus, those of us who are in deep, deep despair tend to share our tower moments a little too much. And like I said, like we all know, a lot of shooters, a lot of these attackers have had major dysfunctions or major events in their life that turn them into these killing machines. And what it comes from is that desire to share those tower moments or share these transitions that are pulling them out of darkness or even just making them realize it. So it's important to share your light and make sure you know that others are really struggling. And then there's purging programming. This is my favorite thing. Purging programming is all about if you watch The Matrix, you know it. You got to purge the programming, get out of the matrix, take the pill, and basically, um, just because everybody says you should go right doesn't mean you should go right. Of course, you don't want to jump into, you know, a, you don't want to jump in front of a passing car, but it's time to decide pretty much, not even decide, but time to move from your own inner light. One of the big things, what was the other one here that I liked? Oh, so if you really meditate on this, the very inner aspects of your soul and your soul piece should be expressed into the world. You guys should really feel it coming. I'm going to start these readings. Karen, my Aries, I'm going to use my alchemy cards because we are demanding change in our lives right now, and the sun is demanding change in our lives. Sirius is demanding change in our lives. And then I'm going to also use my Archangel deck for a little cartomancy messages, just to make sure that we bring the spirit in. Let's all remember that also a lot of us could be really sad today because when you have the portal opening, this is like a portal opening to heaven, and it's kind of like a Day of the Dead for the summer and for the Egyptians in the ancient world, because basically you should feel people coming. You should feel spirit around you, and even if you don't feel it, it doesn't mean they're not there and they haven't like taken a peek on you as well. Namaste, Cece. Welcome. What's your sign, Cece? I'm Karen came first. You did come third, but what's your sign, Cece? And I will give you a little attention. All right. Me being the queen of clovers, my readings tend to focus on life, craft, action, nurturing ourselves and others, and exercising our will for the highest good and calling. Today, we will be focusing on the energy of the sun. I forgot to mention the joy part in my introduction, my long introduction. This is all about joy. This is all about the feeling of the sun card is all about bringing together all your energies and all your lessons. It comes in the tarot after the death card, after the temperance card, after the devil. So it comes after a lot of dark cards, and what it is it's coming back into the light. And so the sun is having us coming back to the light. Oh, Cece's a Taurus. Oh, that's why you girls showed up early. I would also like to say welcome. I have a couple names here that I just love. Where did I write them down? Okay. Hocus Crocus. She's not in here, but oh my gosh, most hated. Shrink Me Silly. Green Frog plays Fortnite. So cute. And Vanola Washington. Good Lord, Vanola Washington. These are some of my new subscribers out there who've really I saw their names come up and I was like, those are bright lights. And I can feel your energy. It was nice. All right, so we're going to start here with Aries. Again, alchemy cards and angel cards. Let's see what we got for you, my lovely Karen. Ooh, you guys, it's really hot here. The sun came out. It was so gloomy this morning. And then the sun came out and it was great. All right, Aries is the I am. The I am Aries. What does Aries need to feel, need to know in their soul about the Lionsgate portal today to help them along? All right, here we go. We're shuffling. All right, Karen, I know. I'm doing 3 cards, just 3 cards, and see what messages they tell us. And then I'll do more if I want clarification. Of course, I will. My Karen, you must have a Queen of Pentacles in your midst, or you're concerned about money. It is in the upright. This is financial security above all. Unfortunately, this 4 of Cups tells me you're not getting the cup you want. It's way up there. Perhaps you're not this, either you're not giving your cup of love to this earth sign, or you are not getting it from this earth sign. But I do have heartbreak here. This isn't necessarily cheating. This is knowledge from the heart. This 3 of Swords is knowledge that hurt you. It could be a betrayal. It could be hard words. That it feels like this love, this 4 of Cups maybe was a lot more painful verbally. I feel more than words than cheating. It is in the upright. But Karen, love, don't panic, my Aries. I have the Ace of Cups. This is telling me that you really, whatever's happening in your past, it doesn't even matter what's happening right now to you. You need to feel free to let it go. Oh, heart-wrenching heartbreak, Karen says, no doubt. I feel this like, ouch. Karen, oh my goodness, ouch. It did hurt, and it feels like there were words that were hurt. But look at this. This is the Ace of Cups. When I was reading and studying, preparing for this, because I wanted to get the cards more spiritually instead of more like generally speaking, this is an opportunity to come together with love with somebody, but it's also an opportunity to come together with love for the divine and self. It's like holding love in your heart and knowing that love hasn't left you, even though you've been through heartbreak, especially when the heartbreak cards first. That love, you're either going to be able to retain love, or you need to find a way to yeah, don't repeat those bad words that people say to you, by the way. Don't say those, but you got love coming in. And it might just be love for yourself. It almost feels like this Ace of Cups feels more like it feels like you got out of this relationship. It hurt, but whatever situation you got out of, but when you look back on it, you're going to realize there was not real love there, and you have real love like right now. Like you're going to realize that that wasn't love, if that makes sense. All right. And I do have the Hermit. I am not surprised I have the Hermit. This is definitely a time alone, a time apart to think about who you are and how things are going. Whenever I pull the Hermit card, I like deep clean my bedroom or my bathroom. And I'm talking like the shelves and stuff, because you really have to think about something, and you probably have to think about how love happened to you, this heartbreak. You just really do, because one thing I notice about this Hermit card all the time is that he's always stomping on something old and cheap and gross, as in you're getting rid of shit that don't matter. And also the Hermit card, the Virgo card. Virgos are the maidens. They're not actually virginal. They're actually, how do I explain it? Virgins, if some Virgos might not like that, but this is the Virgo card. Virgos actually retain their personality throughout their lifetime. Of course, they'll grow and change, but they're able to hold on to themselves no matter what they go through. A Hermit in reverse would be somebody who cannot change, but this is the Hermit upright. You're going to find a soul change through this. Your next love is going to be bigger than it's ever been. Something about this hurt taught you something that is going to it's going to transform the way you think about love. It's just going to make you feel better about it. It's going to, more so, you're going to know what you want in love and what you don't want in love. It really helps to know what you don't want in love first, because then you'll know what you want right after. I found that helps a lot. All right, for the cartomancy, I have the 5 of hearts and the 3 of hearts. 5 of hearts is a little disappointment. It's like your house ain't what you want. In cartomancy, hearts 5 and 6s are like about home. This 5s are kind of like I've been trying to make things the way I want them, and it's not really working out. But a 3 of hearts is an opportunity to celebrate, and it just means that you've been through a little disappointment, and you've been through a little, maybe you were controlling the outcome a little too much, but you've kind of figured out how to let it go, come to your self, and then maybe have a little joy, maybe have a little happiness with people you love. It's also like a girls' night out, boys' night out kind of fun. It just means sometimes when I see it with this 5 of hearts, this is disappointment in love. Sometimes this is action in love. But with all the other cards, it's probably disappointment. What this tells me is that this relationship might have kept you away from people you love. You might actually be coming back towards people that you haven't been able to see because you were in that relationship. And pretty much, we all know those guys who get in a relationship and then we don't see them for 2 years until they break up with that girl. It was that kind of situation. And let me pull another card for my lovely Aries. So one of the things you're going to notice is that you didn't have your whole self in this relationship. I have this is an inevitability. You've created a certain sense of momentum that is going to a certain destination. So you're doing something. You're doing something right, and it's moving. Something is moving in your life probably because you got rid of that nasty lover. So you're going to probably see some very swift movement in something because they were probably holding you back. When you do things that don't jive with your spirit, suddenly the life stops and you can't manifest and your lottery tickets don't win. I've seen it a million times. So this is actually turned out to be really good. When I pulled out the swords, I was really nervous about the 3 of swords coming out, but this is really good. All right, Taurus. I'm going to start you at 22 minutes. I got to write down these because apparently CC, how have things been? All right, Karen, before I leave Aries, Karen, thank you so much. I'm glad that made sense to you. I'm really happy, really, really happy, actually, because I always do fear that I pull on the collective energies wrong sometimes. All right, Taurus. I have. We all have doubts. I need to let go. I think it's one of the things I'm going to shed. I was feeling overly confident today in my energy, and like I could talk to anybody, and like, oh, Karen, that's pretty sweet. Let's pick up on Cece. Where are you, Cece? I need my Taurus. Picking up on that Taurus energy. Ooh, Cece, I hope you're still here because there you are. You're going to like this. I love this card. Don't forget, the Sun card is about happiness. So you should be driving towards a little bit more happiness these days. Your first card out is the 2 of Cups. This is like a fresh start. I won't say any. I like to do my recording, Cece, so that you can hear them. So I try and say everything because I don't always watch my tarot readings either. When I try and watch, I have a lot of trouble reading for myself. A lot of tarot readers have that trouble, but this is the 2 of Cups. This is chemistry. This is alchemy. This is love changing in your life. A love change, something happening for you. And I have the Ace of Swords, which is a new way of thinking. So you're approaching this love in a very new way. It's completely different. And it could be the person you're dating is completely different. It could just be you completely different. But also remember, swords are man-made. It's something I stick to. I always tell people swords are man-made. There are our own troubles and there are our own joys. So definitely know that your mind has a big influence on this. I do have the 4 of Swords, though, which tells me maybe you need to put down the sword a little bit and not come into this love with, don't come in so hot, basically. It just seems like with this card, you are putting down your sword and you are resting, but you still have your sword with you. Still your sword, still your mind kind of thing. You might be thinking about this a little bit too hard. Try and get in the feeling. Just sit there and remember how it feels to be in love or how it feels to be around this person. That's one way to indulge those lovey-dovey energies. I do have the 5 of Swords. It means this is a little bit of a battle card. It's a little bit of a fight card. So I think either you really like to compete with this person you're falling for, or you might be still kind of like carrying a lot of those old battles with you from your past that might just not be conducive to a new love. So you do have a lot of swords here, a lot of air here for a Taurus, but I also have this King of Cups. It could be a water sign in your energy. Think, what do we have for water sign? I have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Um, and they're in the upright. Kings think of other people. They take care of other people. They make decisions for other people. So it's very important for a queen to support her king. And in love, this person's going to be thinking about enhancing your life in amazingly beautiful ways. And they're upright. So I think you need to put down a few swords. I really do. I think you're coming in with this with a. You say you're in a better place, Cece. Well, you're carrying the past with you. You need to put it down. You need to meditate. You need to on releasing the swords, on thinking so hard about it. You do need to love will come back to you when you release that. This might not this is like a new love coming in, but you're bringing the old love with you and the old injuries with you. So I think if you kind of work on, you might need to if you haven't heard of a cord cutting a cord cutting or an energy cutting kind of ceremony or whatever to remove somebody's energy from your life, you might need to do that. I don't think, unless this, I don't think you have old somebody still in your energy, but I do think you still have their, the things that hurt you still in their energy. You need to shed, you need to feel, you need to feel your heart move to get new love in. You can't, this is too swordsy. It's way too swordsy, my dear, for love to come in. It's too, yeah. And even though you're resting with the Four of Swords, you still got your sword in your hand there resting. And when it's the woman and she's laying down, she has the sword, she has it on her chest, like preventing somebody from making love to her. Is exactly how it feels. So keep that in mind. Yeah, I have the Five of Hearts here again. That is some like Five of Hearts is a little disappointment in love, but you may be by yourself, Cece, but I do feel like something is moving for you. You know what? I got these exact cards for the Aries reading before. This feels like you're actually going to move through this energy. You're going to move through this disappointment. You're going to let it go, and it's going to happen really fast. Something is going to hit you that just makes your that puts it all into perspective, and you're going to just put down all those swords. Yeah, putting down the burdens. 10 of clovers. Putting down the burdens. It is in reverse, so don't hold on to them too long, but know they're there and you need to let them go. Um, yeah, you have this disappointment around you, but just let it go. Let it go. You have possibilities. I want to end on a happy card. I'm terrible about that, you know. Because I know that we're all very strong spiritually and we can come to a little happiness. All right, Six of Hearts, happy home. So you may not find your lover with you in this happy home, but with the Six of Hearts, whenever I pull this card and it as like an advice card or is like to end a reading, I always think like it's time to get your home in order and happy and serving you as a good support base. Like clean everything out, clean it up, get yourself together. A lot of times when we've been through troubled breakups, we don't make the bed, we don't clean the bathroom, we don't do the laundry for a little bit, especially when we're holding on to our burdens. And this feels like get yourself together, babe, because you do have love coming. With this ace, it feels like your heart is open for love. It feels like you can take it in, but then with the swords, it feels like you're resisting people still. So, but you have that, it's there. The only thing that is holding you back from love right now, Taurus, is you, is your thoughts, is what's going through your mind, truthfully. All right, that was a really good reading actually, because it shows that you can control your heart. You have control over the way you're feeling. You do, and that's what that's what that spread just told me, is that, Taurus, you have control over the way you're feeling, and even though you're miserable, just take control of it, because you actually can pull yourself out of that little heartbreak or that little sadness. All right, Gemini, I think. What does Gemini need to know for that Sirius portal? Gemini, Gemini. What does Gemini need to know about their Sirius portal change? All right. Those were longer readings because you girls were here, but I'm going to probably do less for the other guys, unless somebody shows up. I'm really glad you're in a better place, Cece. I really am, because it's hard. All right, Gemini. What do I have for my Gemini? It's really hot and sweaty too right now, so I'm going to be sweating it up soon. All right, I have the Two of Pence in reverse. This is a difficulty balancing head and heart. This is difficult. This is also balancing finances. Well, it's not happening. How about that? But I do have the Strength card. I do show a willingness to move forward, to really take control of that. I have a lot of cards here. I do have the Hermit in reverse, so you're not really getting out. And I do have the Justice card. You feel like you're getting what you deserve, my gems. A lot of cards fell out for you, by the way. I do have the Seven of Pence in reverse. That is you assessing the situation, seeing where you're at. And in reverse, it doesn't look so good. And you're just sitting there counting your pennies. You're not really moving forward. You need to move forward. I do have the King of Cups upright for you, which means there's a Pisces in your energy. I don't think this is a love reading. This is definitely a money reading, because I have the Five of Swords for you. The Five of Swords is actually it is the card of competition, is the card of battle. And it is in reverse, which tells me you're probably not going to win this one. When this battle's happening, when this competition's happening, it can be quite fierce, and especially since there are so many swords involved. But most of the time, you really should step away. It's really not worth it. Not worth fighting for at that position. This spread just tells me that you'd be broke right now, and you're not really trying very hard at it, because you're competing at something. You're trying to push forward with something really hard, and I don't think it's a time. Divine timing is an energy match. The energy isn't there properly for you, gems. I yeah, it's not time to do that big push, because what I see here is that you're it just flipped your finances all over. You're really not doing very well financially. You're just putting yourself in a bad spot right now. It wasn't time to push forward. I need you to pull back, reassess the situation, check out your finances, get yourself supported. You will get what you deserve, but I don't think you've put enough work in yet. I really don't feel like you've put enough work in, otherwise you would have pulled the Eight of Pence instead of the Seven of Pence. And it would have shown you waiting for your it would have shown that you were waiting for your harvest. You would worked for your harvest. Okay, that's too many cards. Oh, gems. Gems tend to be verbose, so I'm not surprised that all these cards came out. I think, or this is Gems mantra. Let me pull this lovely angel deck here. Archangels. Let's see what these archangels have to add to this from the Cartomancy. Because I do. Yeah, Joker card. Upright. Use. It's like a leap of faith in Cartomancy. The second card is the King of Diamonds. This is a king making decisions for the kingdom. This is a king taking care of others practically. You need to be practical. This is definitely not an earth sign. That is the Joker upright. You need to exercise your energy. You need to be king of your castle, because nobody is right now, and it's about to crumble. Yep. Nine of Diamonds, self-made man or woman. I need you to start taking control of your finances and your value, your worth, and how you use that, because right now you just kind of muddled everything. You haven't done enough work to take that leap of faith just yet in whatever you're working on. And the fact that you kind of pushed everything aside and said, I'm going to drive forward, gems, basically what happened is you did that, but the time wasn't right. So the results are kind of leaving you out in the cold a bit. You weren't ready for it. Definitely check that out and make sure that you are ready for that you are ready to move forward next time. Establish yourself a little bit more financially before you move forward. Balance your finances. Two of Pence upright. would Google this card and find out how to live in this energy. And once you get that going, and once you're sure, and you can pay the rent, kind of thing, you're just not thinking practically, gems. So you need to think a little more practically. You got the spirit down. You've got your hustle, your side hustle down. You just don't have your pence, your supportive pence down. How about that? All right, Cancer. I feel. Cancer. I feel. What does Cancer need to know for the Sirius portal? What does Cancer need to know for the Sirius portal, my loves? Any Cancers in the building? Any Cancers in the live, my darlings? Let's see what we have. I'll call you out if you're in the room and I'm reading your sign because it's easier to read when I have somebody to read for. And you know what? I didn't think I could do personal readings, but I'm beginning to see that I can. It could be my Sirius portal realization. The Aries reading did, though. That made sense to me too, because I am coming out of heartbreak too, and I'm realizing just the value of being able to love again. All right, Cancer, I feel, bring that up was all about you, Cancer. Let's keep in mind that the Sirius portal does get into Cancer a bit. So this is you, but this is the Three of Swords. Cancer, you've been having a great summer, but somebody hurt you. Something hurt you. Words, actions, something hurt you very badly. I definitely feel it was words. I very rarely pick up cheating in this card unless there is absolutely cheating or other cards around it to express that. Something hurt you, but you're still working. It feels like somebody assaulted your dream, even. Somebody shit on your Wheaties kind of thing. And you're still working. You're still working. You're going to do it. 8 of Pence. You're still moving forward, Cancer. And I love that about you. You got your big fire under your ass with the King of Wands. That is you taking care of your castle in a very fiery way. Of course, it could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in your energy, but I also have a Queen of Pence here. And this is nurturing practically. Kings make decisions over the kingdoms for other people. The King of Wands says, anybody can get food for today, but I make sure everybody eats every day. This is actually building a structure. Kings of Wands actually build a structure to support your dreams. So that's why I love that card as soon as I saw it with next to the 8 of Pence. Definitely not a love reading. This 3 of Cancers, this 3 of Swords. Somebody shit on your Wheaties. Somebody basically hurt your dream. You may have cried it out, but you know what? It didn't stop you. I don't really feel this card as very painful. I feel like it's more the pain of who said what to you. But you're like, I don't care. I got this. And of course, even though the King of Wands keeps the ship moving, make sure there are structures there to support you through your life. The Queen of Pence is all about financial stability above all. You're working towards it and practicality. So even though I think somebody hurt you with their words, like I said, they shit on your dream, they shit on your Wheaties, they told you would never be a gymnast, they told you would never go to the Olympics. I don't know where that came from, loves. I hope you know that if you do the work, success is an inevitability almost. With things like that, it's not as easy because, yes, there's a lot of competition. However, this feels like you're close, and it feels almost like somebody said something mean to you to stop you in your tracks because they wanted, because they don't want to see you do better. Because they're scared if you ascend, then ascend even physically in life. I'm talking like promotion, bigger job, making it to the Olympics as a gymnast, perhaps even an older gymnast or at least a coach, something, right? You're going to make it. And they see it happening and they are scared. They think you're going to run for the hills. They do not see compatibility with you and them. And it could be a friend, it could be a lover, it could be a family member. Oh dear. Yeah. Truth hurts, but you responded in a way that you became very, you put in more work, you put in more support, you put in more pentacles, Queen of Pence supporting what you're going through so that you don't fall to the wayside. You're supporting your dream in very good ways. 7 of Swords upside down is a truth that hurts, but in reverse, it tells me, I almost picked up, it just tells me that whoever told you this was lying. They weren't lying about something that wasn't going well for you. They were lying about the results. you will have setbacks in any dream you have, but you're going to realize what they said about you was a big load of hooey, and you are much better than they said, and you are going to work your ass off, support this dream, get some practicality in there, because they did have some good points that you needed to work on, but you decided to. And then I have the Three of Hearts. This is a celebration card. This is hanging out with your chicas, your boys, getting back with your friends and your loved ones. So keep moving forward, my lovely Cancers. It hurts when somebody doesn't support you, but my loves, that was nice. Leo, this is your moment, Leo. I just hope every Leo in the world wants to hear this, because the Sirius portal is all about the Lionsgate portal. It is the sun in Leo. We are in Leo season. Venus is in Leo. How much more Leo can we get? I feel it. I have Leo rising. All my tarot readings that I prefer to watch for myself, I do get the rising signs better. The Leo sign addresses me more in the physical world, because my rising sign is about how you act in the world outwardly. So it does help. Oh dear, I'm gonna pull these cards back, because I kind of feel like I need to shuffle a little more for my Leos. Remember, this is a season of joy. Feel the joy and the love. Who's in the room? Do we have any Leos in the room? I don't think I have a Leo in the room. If you tell me your sign, this will actually be closer to a personal reading for you, because it's easier for me to read. All right, Leos. Leos, the sun and the joy. Let's see what we have quickly for my darlings. My darlings. Ooh. Leo. I'm going to put one more card for you. I have the Three of Pence. Again, that's worked well with others. The Star, a dream come true, but not a dream come true. The Star is has a lifeline to it. Okay. Oh, Leos, this is fun. I have this. Okay. You're working on a dream right now, and it's happening. It's a lifetime dream. It is like something that you are just like, if this happens, it's like a wish come true. And it will be, because you've been working so hard at it. You're working well with others too. You're really working on manifesting this dream. The Star card tells me that you're ready. It's coming. Otherwise, you might have an Aquarius you're working with, but even if you're working with an Aquarius, this is the Aquarius card. Even if you're working with an Aquarius, or you're hanging out with an Aquarius, to be honest, I don't feel this person in your midst. I feel you making your wish come true. I feel you. This dress represents her lifeline, and is also, you're carrying all the passing of your life with you to make this dream come true. I have the Page of Cups in reverse. Pages bring messages, but they usually just need advice. They need guidance. This page might just say something that feels like guidance to you, my lovely Leos. But unfortunately, I have the Ace of Pence in reverse. Your dream may be coming true, but it might leave you a little broke. You do not have a new financial beginning, or more than likely, this Page of Pence is asking for money. And if you give it to him, it's going to stop your dream. Yikes. Leos. One of the key messages of the Sirius portal is individualization. It's about finding your inner spirit and your inner calling, and about your inner soul. Like, what parts of you need to be remembered and brought forth, so that you can be more complete in yourself. And it feels like you're giving a little too much to that Page of Cups. I know they need help. They usually need help and guidance, and they're not usually doing well. And they can be a bit bratty about it too, especially a Page of Cups. And it could be a water sign, a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But I just think they're just somebody just like, pence are resources. So it's not just money that this person might ask you for. This might be your time. This might be somebody that, you want to sit down and do your writing, or, stretch for your ballet class, because I mentioned ballet for me. But this person is not allowing you to use, what they're asking you for is going to take your resources away from you, and away from what you're working on, and the dream and the healing you're building. You're building something for soul purposes. This card is about healing. It's about pause. It's about It's a wish come true, even though it's dark and it's a little scary, and you can't really pull from that energy right now for somebody who's a bit of a brat to make that happen. All right, yeah, 10 of diamonds. You have a wish come true, but not just a wish come true. 10 of diamonds is like leisure and luxury. It's quite a big success, quite a completion in finance. It also tells me that you may have come into a little bit of money that this page of cups is eyeballing, and you really need it for whatever you're building. If you're building, you're manifesting something, you're going to want those pentacles. You're going to want that earth energy available, especially if you have it moving freely. You want it to be able to pay rent. You want it to be able to just do things that you need for your dream. And I have the Eight of Swords. This is kind of maybe public dream, maybe a public speaking. You need to take control of your image. I feel like this Page of Cups might be like not a good thing for your image. Like it detracts from you. This person detracts from your looking good. They do. I feel like such an interference from that. So you need to take control. That's mastery. Eights are mastery. So this 8-8 Lionsgate portal, that's all about mastery of spirit. And no surprise here, mastery of spirit, Eight of Swords is outwardly showing your mastery of spirit. Two of Swords, Two of Clovers is the spirit of it, actually making a decision in it. It's coming together, but it's more like a uncertainty about it. You're not really sure how to do this. So you need to maybe do some research on getting yourself together, presentable for your industry, your craft, your trade, or maybe you just need to individuate yourself a little bit more to strengthen your energy around what you're working on. All right, Leo. That's kind of a weird reading for my Leos. All right, let's see my Virgos. I have my Virgos. I analyze my Virgos. Do I have any Virgos in the room? I don't think so. Nobody's answering. But let's go Virgo. All right, I analyze. Virgos, what do you need to know for this Lionsgate portal? What messages do you need to know? Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. There are a couple meditations in the information box for you guys to. I'll repeat it at the end. All right. In the information box, there's some meditations to help with anybody who's like got the weight on their chakras, on their crown chakra and on their third eye. You feel the weight in your eyes. All right, I have the Six of Swords here. This is escaping with help. This is getting out of there with help. You need to get away. It could be travel. It could be a Six of Swords. It could be travel, but it's just getting out of Dodge straight up, because I have the Knight of Cups in reverse. This is a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, and it is also somebody that is approaching you with love, but they are being a jerk about it. They want to be in love, but they don't want to be in love with you, is what I feel. And I feel the Ten of Pence in reverse for you, because it tells me that you're going to find that when you escape this person and you go solo, you're going to do much better. This Ten of Pence is not going to happen with this Nine of Cups, is what I mean. All right, I'm going to pull a couple more cards because that's kind of like, it was really direct, but it was not. Wow, that kind of came fast, as in Ace of Wands. I love this card because it looks like you got rid of that Knight of Cups. And what you did, and because you knew it was going to jack up your life, your Ten of Pence was going to be in reverse. You obviously saw there was no success with this person. But this is one of my favorite cards. All the cards are my favorite, but I love this card because it basically is like the bills are paid, the laundry's done. You can go out and party, you can go out and do whatever you want, but you really want to do some spiritual, you want to do some growth, you want to move forward. You don't want to hang in this. And I have the Seven of Swords in reverse, which tells me there was some untruthfulness, maybe some unfairness, maybe somebody outside of society, probably that wicked Knight of Cups, is taking something from you. Don't try and get it back. It's not necessary. I don't think it's going to benefit you, to be honest. Some things are best let go, and I would prefer you cut yourself off from that Knight of Cups as soon as possible, because they're draining you. They're using you. And it's like having a leak in your bank account is how it feels. And with them gone, there are a lot of things you want to do or you dream about or you hope for that you can't do because that person's in your energy. Now, if you can't get rid of this person in your energy, you don't want to, you maybe love them, create some boundaries. Put away your pocketbook. Let them know what you want to move towards, and then let them know what they can and can't have. Because sometimes these are our kids. But if they're adult children, I'm a firm believer in cutting them loose because you don't get to be a jerk to me forever. 6 of Swords. A battle, a bloody battle. You're going to lose your sword in this. This is a victory that hurt. So you're going to actually be able to flip your life around. Even if you don't get that Knight of Cups, you're going to be able to set up your boundaries. You're going to be able to get things moving forward. You're going to be able to celebrate with your girls or your boys and enjoy some time out again, just because you've been able to exercise your will, a leap of faith. Joker cards are all about exercising your personal will over your life and surroundings. It's also about getting your shit together in terms of creating proper boundaries. People are going to be hurt by this. People are going to be pulled back from this. But my Virgos, it's going to be good for the soul. That's what that that's what the Ace of Wands was all about. That it's like a forward path. It's like a freedom to move. You suddenly can do whatever you want. So hello, do it. All right. Libra's eye balance. My Libras, eye balance. What do my Libras need to know? What do my Libras need to know about this portal, this energy Lionsgate portal? Lionsgate portal. Lionsgate portal. Ooh. The cards aren't being friendly right now. Thank God. Oh my God. I feel like it just cooled down a little bit. I was really going to sweat it out. But I feel like the sun is going away. It's almost time to get to our 8 p.m. meditations. I balance, Libra. What does my Libra know? I need to know for their soul, their joy, for the Lionsgate portal. Libra, Libra, Libra. My Libras, my Libras. What else? Oh, that's not the first card. That is. Okay. I have the King of Swords upright. Oh, that's you, my love. But with the 5 of Wands, you're in some kind of battle that you need to walk away from, my love. This is you and your power. You probably think you're pretty slick. This is you making decisions, taking care of other people, building a castle. It's you in your power, in your best kind of way with your swords. But my Libras, this is you battling something out again with the 5 of Wands. It means everybody tried to work together, but it didn't work out. And you're just fighting each other. I have the Sun card. Welcome the serious energy. This is pretty like, welcome the sun, welcome the energy. Remember the little doggy in all tarot cards means you are going to find your way home, even though you're on a crazy journey. But this is just happiness. This is implementing everything you've learned so far. I think you're going to walk away from that fight. I think you should, because the World card in reverse tells me like the World card is just shit happens. Life happens. Natural things happens. People die. People kill other people. There are car accidents. There are a lot of wins. This is in reverse. So it tells me it's going to be a little tougher than if it was upright. It's not such a blessing, but it's a blessing enough that you are waiting for your ships to come in, my Libra. Libra, I feel like you came into this battle, whatever this is, this debate, this fight, whatever, in your highest power, and you were like, dude, I can win this, because obviously you came with your King of Swords, but at some point you were like, I'm not happy, this isn't working, and you left. You just walked away, and we're going to observe, as you should, when it comes down to that, because it's not a good thing to be involved in, and you get the Sun card. And you just move on. You just move on. So shit happens, life happens, and you know what? You take care of it, and your ships start to come in. X marks the spot. It's like finding treasure. Definitely. Let's pull some cartomancy cards for you, Libra, because to clarify, see what we got, because my goodness. It's like mastery over your energy. Eights are mastery. So 8-8 today's a day about mastery. Definitely spiritual mastery, but mastery nonetheless. Let me pull 2 more cards for cartomancy. Ooh, yep, mastery. No surprise that I got. Okay, I have 2 8s already. Mastery over your emotions, mastery over your swords, over the way you speak to people, the way you present yourself to people, which means that like I said, this battle ain't really hurting you. Victory and a king of fire. You have 6 of swords. It's like Hail the Conquering Hero. Somehow you win everything just by taking a step back into your happiness and into things that are more important. You just didn't fight the battle that didn't matter. You might have a fire sign in your energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This doesn't feel like love. It feels like a boss, or it feels like, remember, kings are decision makers. They are taking care of other people. King of Fire is actually creating structures to support dreams and our lives. It's making sure we eat every day instead of just once. And with it, you have success, absolute success. I think this is a boss just being like, dude, you look amazing. It's somebody in your energy that's basically like, hey, Libras, 5555, 5555 on the reading. Fives are energy, action, movement. And you do it right. Whatever you do it right. And mostly because you're thinking about how to balance your heart and how to balance your words. You're using them properly. This 8 of Hearts could be walking away from something. It's walking away from something that doesn't feel good. You don't always know why. You don't always know the explanation. You don't always know why it's bad for you. Just know it doesn't feel good. So you leave. But these are mastery cards. These are serious star cards. These are you just balancing your life out in beautiful ways, and it's really working for you. Pay attention to that. You definitely have the ability to do that and the strength to do that, my Libras. All right. Scorpio, I create my Scorpios. What do my Scorpios need to know for their spirit in the Lionsgate portal? What do my Scorpios need to know about spirit in the Lionsgate portal? I create. I love Scorpio energy. Speaking of exiting the matrix, the control matrix, my darlings, I know that Scorpios are the first ones, I think, believe it or not, to want to exit that control matrix. Aries are the number one, but as an Aries, I can tell you straight up, we want to win above everything. That they just want to get out. Move on. They see things that are much bigger. All right, I have the 3 of Pence in reverse. Trouble at work, trouble working with others, not necessarily manifesting a dream. Let's see about the surrounding cards. The Death card, your card, Scorpio card. This is not walking with death. This is you. This is you creating change, but it's not a work change. You created a change that you're waiting for something, waiting for your ships to come in. X marks the spot. You're waiting for that treasure to light up in your life. Something's coming for you, my loves. Oh, dear. Yeah, something's coming for you. And I have the Knight of Pence here, and there's a very practical knight. He wants to get into love. He wants to get into the adventure of finance, of pentacled love. I don't know why I keep saying love. But I do have the Devil card here. There is, when you step out on this journey, you're taking something with you. It could be an addiction. It could be, it's something that makes you feel good. So much so that even though this Capricorn card, the Devil card, if you're dealing with a Capricorn, you don't know how bad it is for you until you step out on this journey and like you run out of water kind of thing. It has that feeling. Like you don't realize that you do this to yourself or that you live this way or that the Devil card is really about like Frankenstein's monster, because we make, like swords, we make our own demons. We create our own demons. And I don't think you're going to know what this is until you're right there. You have something coming in and you're going to get on that journey, that practical pentacle journey. And then this Devil card is going to hit you hard. I'm going to pull another tarot card for the Devil card to clarify exactly what it is. That came out too fast. All right, I pulled 3 cards. All right. It's a decision, a Knight of Swords, another journey, and a Wheel of Fortune. All right. Before you get your ships come in, you have something that's going to strike you. Sometimes these Wheel of Fortune cards, it's just life happening. Death happens. Life. People lose jobs. There are, a tsunami came in and tore everything down, kind of thing. It's just life happens, and something is going to happen that is going to set you on a different journey first. You're going to have to finish your King of Swords journey, and it's making a decision. Now, you have an overall view of the world. You know what this is with the Two of Wands. You just got to make the choice. Whatever choice it is, it's what's holding you back from your ships coming in and from you actually moving forward on that Pentacle journey. You have to finish this Swords journey. This isn't you. I mean, this is you. I feel this is your energy. It feels like something that has to be done first. You might have an air sign in your midst, a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, but more importantly, you have to finish this. You have to make a decision before you can move on and get your ships to come in, Scorpios. Whatever you're working on. It really isn't something you're working on. It's something because it's almost an individual, personal journey of some kind with the Three of Pentacles in reverse. I don't feel walking with death is a frightening thing for you. Yeah, I have a Jack of Fire there, which is get that fire lit under your ass. You're carrying too many burdens. You're carrying burdens into this 10 of burdens. It's done. Let it go. Just walk away. It sucks right now. Perhaps you're feeling these burdens a lot, and that's exactly what this card says. But this card also says you're about to learn some hard lessons that are going to take you forward. It's going to help you once you get to that Ace of Wands again and start a new journey. Light that fire under your ass. This is the fire under your ass card. It is the Jack of Fire. It is another Jack. You need to you have a lot of journeys coming up, a lot of adventures coming up. It's so Scorpio. Two of Diamonds is a fear of contracts and finance. There's something you want to independent. And it's the same thing with this Three of Pentacles in reverse. You're not working well with others kind of card, but more importantly, you want to individuate yourself. You don't want to be in these contracts. You don't want to be tied to other people right now. Yeah, you're arguing, you're fighting over that, you're debating it, you're trying to fight a way out. You're exercising your power to do so, but there are things that can be handled, specifically the Devil card, and something is going to hit you in the next few days that feels like life just happens, shit happens. Once you take care of that, you're going to feel your energy free up for you, Scorpio, and you're going to be able to sit on that dock and wait for your ships to come in and wait for the magic to happen again. And it's going to be what you want will come for you, but there are going to be hiccups along the way. All right. My Sagittarius, I perceive. Sagittarius, what are you perceiving? What does my Sagittarius need to know for the Lionsgate portal? Energy. My lovely Saggies. I love Sagittarius. They always seem to have their shit together. And even if they don't have their shit together, you know what? When they show up, they do have their shit together for that moment. That's what I love about my Saggies. They can always pull it together. All right. I think I did have a Sagittarius tell me, why do I have to do it this week? Well, because you're good. You are just really that good. That pretty good. I'm like, all right, Saggies. What are you doing? I don't think you like that comment. Okay. Oh, this is you in reverse. This is the Temperance card. You're having a little trouble finding your flow and your peace. Temperance is all about that perfect balance that, think about Goldilocks and the Three Bears and everything was just right for Goldilocks. All her stuff was just right. And your stuff is not just right, my friend. And that's because I have the Three of Swords in reverse. This is heartbreak of some kind, usually heartbreak from words. It actually in reverse like this, it just kind of feels like sadness. It doesn't feel like anybody cheating. It just feels like terrible. Yeah. And I have the 10 of swords here. Again, the 10 of swords. The last card is drawn. It is going to be a natural conclusion to whatever you're suffering. It's going to happen naturally. Just stick to your guns, stick to your heart. You'll be okay. But it's going to hurt if it doesn't already a lot. Oh my goodness. All right. You're going to take this 10 of swords and you're going to, the sun is going to rise. You're going to let it go. You're going to move on. You're going to heal your wounds. And how do I know? How do I know all this beautiful stuff? Because I just pulled the freaking 2 of cups and the wedding card, the 4 of wands. This is like deep, deep love. This means your marriage is good, your alchemy is good. This also tells me that even though I have some rough cards here, you don't feel good. These 2 cards are in reverse. I have the heartache card. I have the terrible swords in the back card. Where is that? This card hurts to look at. And and it's so sad. You almost don't even know if the sun is rising or setting on you. It's so awful. But with these cards coming, whatever you're going through, the number one thing you're probably going to get from this is like something to celebrate. You're going to get a love to celebrate. This is like whoever you're married to, whoever is your ride or die, you guys are going to come close together. This is going to be something for you. Whatever you're going through that sucks, you and your loved one, your ride or die, this is somebody who's obviously in a relationship. They're going to do, yeah, you guys are just going to come closer together and probably just, you're going to party. It's together, just like every night. All right, I have the judgment. This is upright. This is like the end of the journey, but it's also a call to your soul. This is like the angel playing music up here is everybody hears a different song from the heavens, from the divine. And you need to be yourself. This is about, you've been through shit. This is a 10-10 card, my goodness sake. This is like the last card. This is like everything is coming together and you feel your inner soul. You're integrating all the lessons of the journey. Do that. Be yourself. I just established that Sagittarius is pretty fucking awesome. And don't be afraid to be vulnerable. The strength card in reverse is not a bad thing for me. It just tells me that you're holding back something and your ride or die is right there for you. You guys are coming to closer together. Be vulnerable, especially in the end of this journey. You're going to be moving forward into a new journey. And you're not going alone. You're taking your lover with you. They might be a King of Pence. I have them in reverse right now. They're not doing so well either. You may not be able to take care of your family right now because you're so upset. Or you're going through something that tough right now. You feel like you can't take care of them. Definitely lean on the supports that you can. This King of Pence in reverse, it isn't. I don't think it's an Earth sign in your midst. It could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but I feel it more like you feel like you can't take care of your family right now because you hurt. But I think. Oh, you know what? Let me shuffle these first. I just feel like you don't feel like you can do everything you should be doing pentacle-wise for your own personal value and your own personal happiness. I feel like you're just a little off there and that it'll come together. It will come together. Oh, wow. That's a lovely card because no surprise there. Let me see. Did I get 2 or 3 cards already? The cards are flipping like crazy. The energy is just insane, like beautiful. These are, I have the 9 of Clovers and the 10 of Swords and the Ace of Diamonds, which is really good because, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. All right, 9 of Swords, this is the wounded warrior, but this wounded warrior is about to take on a battle and win. Whatever it is, you're going to finish it. It hurts. You have pain twice in here. Your heart is probably broken. There's something that hurts you. And oh, Saggies, I feel like you could cry. I feel like the tears in my eyes. I feel them coming down. That's how sad you are right now. But you're going to get through this. You're going to get through this. And the best part is you're going to do it by exercising your own personal power with the Joker card. You can get you through this. But remember, you also have your ride or die, your lover beside you. And Remember when I said you didn't think you can take care of your family? It's going to come back. Ace of Pence is that new beginning, that new financial beginning, that new beginning in value, a new journey in value because you've been able to get out of this King of Pence in reverse energy, not being able to take care of your family, and getting back on the horse and getting it done again. It's going to come back around. And I know you hurt right now, but finishing the card with the Ace of Pence is very beautiful. Remember to drop those swords. Do not try and get up with those swords in your back and start something new. You do need some time to decompress spiritually, I feel. Yeah, I feel like you need to decompress spiritually right now in order to move forward or to get out of that energy and find your celebration. I think this is really going to do wonders for a marriage or somebody you love. You guys are going to be able to come out this okay. You're not alone. How about that? That's probably the biggest message from that reading that I got. You're struggling. It sucks. You're the wounded warriors and you can do this and you can take on this shit. But if, my goodness, it's going to hurt. But it is going to be a good thing for somebody you're deeply in love with and somebody who definitely loves you back. You're going to come out stronger than ever. All right, Capricorns. My God, Capricorns. Capricorns. How good is your energy right now? I've been really connecting with my Capricorns in beautiful ways. And I don't know Capricorns that well, but I've been paying attention to them at work because, you know, I have a lot of them at work because I work in a development office, and yeah, those guys can really golden shovels. That's why I always think of those golden shovels, breaking ground, making life change. That is a Capricorn. Capricorn is I use. Give a Capricorn a golden shovel, and you will get a high-rise building out of it. I've seen it a billion times. Capricorns are capable of taking very little and making a lot. I have the Two of Wands in reverse. It looks like you've made a decision with that Two of Wands in reverse. I have Two of Wands in reverse. This guy has the world. He sees everything. He just needs to make a decision. He can have really whatever he wants. I'll make sure I pull the right card, but you're up in your head about it. You're just having nightmares about it. You've made a decision that maybe left your money in a little bit of a fuzz, a little financial crises, or maybe you just took, I think this Two of Pence in reverse, it feels more like I took my eye off the prize for something and it hurt. Whatever it was the Nine of Swords. Remember, swords are man-made, which means if you have the Nine of Swords in your life and you're not sleeping, you're having nightmares, guess what? It's your own damn fault. So, bird by bird, sword by sword, work through it. Just get the reason I say bird by bird, sword by sword is because these swords have wings. They're flying over your head, driving you crazy while you're trying to sleep, pointed at you. Point those swords elsewhere. Because you have these swords pointed at you, by the way. So point those swords elsewhere. You're fucking with your own head there. All right, I have the Queen of Cups here. This is a very sweet energy, a nurturing energy. Water sign, Pisces. What do I have this? I'm sorry, I started backwards. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, water signs. But this person is also lovey-dovey. This person's going to nurture you inside and out. They make you feel good. Sweet, sweet, sweet energy. But they aren't going to let you get away with crap. I also have the Chariot card here. And the Chariot card is all about moving forward. It is about you've come through a lot of lessons, a lot of manifestation lessons, and when you hit the Chariot. And when you hit the Chariot as well, you have a lot of energies just going everywhere because when you manifest things, you need all energies. You need all four energies. You need the swords, you need the pence, you need the wands, and you need the water to get it all done, the cups to get it all done, to get manifesting. This might even be manifesting love and not necessarily, I don't feel like this card is somebody else. I think this is you trying to feel a little bit lovey-dovey and nurture somebody. And I think that when you pull it all together and pack it all up on that chariot and get those wheels moving forward to an inevitable conclusion, you're going to feel much better. I feel like it's more of like a breakthrough. This chariot feels to me in this one. It feels more like a pushing forward in love. There's something about your heart you're learning about too. Capricorns, I feel like you're learning that maybe you don't love so properly. I feel like that Queen of Cups is like the way you love people. It's not that you don't love them, but you're beginning to see why you're having trouble in love a little bit. It's like it's a weird feeling, but it feels like, okay, it feels like I know how to love people and I know how to want to be loved, and that's enough. But this Queen of Cups with the Chariot card tells me that you've had some blocks in love because of that, and you're kind of opening up that energy so much so that a lot of the blocks you're having is just gonna gone. All right, yeah, you're gonna put down your swords. Four of Swords, putting down your weapons and resting, sleeping on it, because this reason this card is so lovely is because you have the Nine of Swords in the tarot spread here, but you're going to clear that energy and you're going to be able to rest a little bit. And let me tell you why this is so good, because you're coming up on a victory in Value in Pentacles. And it's there's another card that has very specific that you mastered your heart, you mastered your energy, because I have Seven of Hearts, which is my loves and darlings. It's a lot of options. You only want one, though. That's why it's in reverse, I feel, because Seven of Hearts is about options, and especially love options. But there's certainly somebody special around you, Cappies, that you want to express this new value to. You want to use your new value for this new, oh my. This is you pulling on some energy, the King of Hearts and the King of Swords, for a victory. Hail the conquering hero. This energy you're pulling on, this swords and this heart's energy, is your new way of speaking, your new way of thinking, your new way of loving with the king, queen. You're basically coming to a victory. I know it's a victory in love because we have the Seven of Hearts here. That is a really good ending to that reading. Work on your heart. You're going to sleep better once you realize that it's a lot easier to love when you put so many conditions. Just rest on it. Let it go. Put down your swords. Love does not need swords. It just needs conversation. And a lot of time I feel this Four of Swords card. I did think I said it in the Aries reading. I very rarely say it because it's very personal. But if you pull the tarot card, a couple of the tarot cards for the Four of Swords has this woman laying down and she has a sword like on her chest while she's resting, while the other three swords are on the wall. And basically it tells me that that sword is there to prevent her from being attacked, but more it's preventing somebody from making love to her. And that's why the Four of Swords, it's good because you've been able to clear Nine of Swords energy out, but you're still kind of carrying a sword into a love fight or a love options. And there's somebody there with that Seven of Hearts in reverse that tells me, cartomancy, that there's somebody in particular that you're changing for or that you're seeing for. It's like you see this person. It might even be that Queen of Cups person. And they just watching this person helps you feel they're a lovey-dovey kind of person, a hippy-dippy kind of person, and they're completely opposite of you. And but you're beyond curious about the energy. You want to indulge in that energy. Oh, Cappies, you're in love. All right, Aquas. Aquas, I know, says my Aquas. Of course you do, don't you? Aquas, are there any Aquas in the house? I wish there were. That would be really pleasant, but unfortunately, I'm just gonna keep moving. I'm feeling chatty. My Aquarius, what does my area Aquarius need to know about this Lionsgate portal reading? Lionsgate portal energy day. What do they need to get their soul to the surface? Joy. What to joy? That's the major theme of this Lionsgate portal is joy. I have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. To me, that tells me that you're coming out of a period of being left out in the cold. It could be financial lack, but it is in reverse. To me, it feels like more like Aqua. To me, it feels like fuck them. I don't need money. This is like somebody going off grid. It's almost like I'm in financial lack, but I don't really fucking care. I don't care. I'm good. I do have your Queen of Cups in reverse. This tells me that love is a little off. Somebody is not nurturing somebody else. I think that is somebody that I have that is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, water sign, but it is just somebody not nurturing somebody else. It's not giving. There's a lack of giving, a lack of nurture going on right now. And I have the Ace of Cups. You want a new beginning in love with this Queen of Cups, but I feel like you feel it in your heart that it's a spiritual divine connection with that Queen of Cups. I don't think it's a water sign. I just think it's somebody you find to be very gentle and loving. I have the World card in reverse. The World card in reverse tells me there is an inevitable end coming, but it is in reverse, so it is telling me that this ending is you're hesitating on it. It's not. It's an ending that's moving towards a new beginning. I think you think this. Here's the deal. This is what's coming to me. All right, you do have a new beginning in love coming. This is not something you want. This is something that's coming. This is an opportunity that's coming. Something you feel. It is a divine love. It is a good connection. A very strong soul connection that you have coming. I don't necessarily know if it's the Queen of Cups or not, but I can tell this Queen of Cups might have made you feel like you needed to like get off grid, get away, just disappear from the world for a bit because it's just not working. But you have new love. You have somebody to support you. It's just not happening right now, probably because you've run away actually. Because with the world in reverse, it tells me that you're hesitating. You think this is going to end. It's not going to end. You've gone away, but I'm going to tell you right now, this world card in reverse, you're hesitating on it. It's because there's a new beginning coming, a new beginning in love. And that's why that's the Two of Cups right there. But you think this world card in reverse is an inevitable end to something that really like lights up your heart. And it's not. It's going to end. And when you put the world card upright, it's going to end and you're going to get a new calling. You're going to go somewhere quite lovely with this person. You're once you put this card in the upright and you realize that an end also means a new beginning. It'll be a new journey in love with this person. Like the past is going to be gone from you two. I can reach it. I can reach it. Okay. Let's see what we have here. I have the Wheel of Fortune. Life is really getting in the way for you, my loves. The Wheel of Fortune just means life happens. Cars get stolen, we get robbed. Um, birthdays happen, people get married, people move out of state, move away from us, people move closer to us. It's just life happening. There's baptisms, there's babies born, it's just life happening. Something is going to happen. It's not a bad thing, it's not a tower, but life happens and you're going to have to cope with it. A lot of times these feel like spiritual tests. The world card, it feels like the spirit is testing us. They want to see how we and it's a good way to test yourself. See how you can cope with something. This is you coping with the world, coping with the natural laws of the world, the natural order. And because you've tried to opt out, it feels like you've opted out somehow in life. And in opting out, you've had to say, you've kind of put this Queen of Cups in reverse. This is probably you having to come back. And this is you like, hey, pay attention to the natural order and the natural world of life. You can't opt out because you're better than that. You have better things coming. You have a better future. That opting out will not do well for you. There are things that when you come back to life, when you're recalled back to life, probably with the Judgment card, which I'm not going to pull more cards for you right now, but next time you see the Judgment card, you'll feel like I'm being recalled back to life. I'm coming back, and when you come back, you're going to see that it's really not that awful. But yeah, it is the World card. I feel like that's happening because you tried to kind of opt out of life a little bit. Please don't try and kill yourself. I did get that. Do not commit suicide because frankly, you have love coming in and you think it's going to end and it's going to be awful. But like I said, that is a mistake on your part. So the universe is going to send you a bit of a happening, just a shit happens, life happens moment with that World card that's going to make you realize that you can't opt out. You don't even want to opt out. You just thought you did. It just seemed like a good idea at the time, but once you did it, you realize it's kind of like nobody knows what they got till it's gone. You left and you realize that even though you've pushed everything away from you and everything's gone from you because you've left, you miss it. Don't know what you got till it's gone. All right. These are good cards. This is Hail the Conquering Hero. You're gonna take this opportunity to be tested by spirit or this shit happening, and you're gonna win. Hail the Conquering Hero, and it's going to be financial completion. You're going to be able to move forward in a new way, but this is also a bit of a luxury card. It's about a financial boon. Maybe you finally got that bonus, that raise that you've been working on. Definitely victorious energy right here. We have been working on love, so it feels like it feels like you're going to be able to get that it's this energy of like, because this is more of a love reading, it's like, hello, your heart is somebody's waiting to love you, and you actually do love them, I think, but because you're just scared that this ending that's coming in your relationship is the end. It's not the end. It is it just has to end so that it can move on to a new beginning. And I also have this ending in value, because you're going to end in value alone. You're going to reach some victory, and probably might be your last financial completion alone. The next one will not be alone if you return to life. Recall to life, 7 of Diamonds, the Wine Women, and Song card. This is like not really paying attention, kind of drinking your way through something, kind of ignoring it. In the tarot, it is kind of assessing the situation, kind of doing inventory on everything, kind of checking the way things are. For you, I feel it's just like you need that moment away to think. It's like getting away with to think about something, and you definitely took your Jaeger with you, because there is a 2 of Hearts, a new beginning in love. This is Alchemy card, the Chemistry card, the absolute divine love, perfect love card coming in for you, and you really need to think about it, because this is what you're giving up by opting out right now. Absolutely. I totally feel it twice over, that you have 2 of Cups. You have Ace of Cups and 2 of Cups in your energy, but you're not in it because you're kind of like opting out, as I said. And so the fact that you have kind of like, I guess, went off grid is kind of the feeling that I'm getting from this card. Um, you're missing out in love. You're missing an opportunity in love, frankly. I don't think you see it, or you know it's there, but you don't think it's that big a deal. You're about to change your mind about that. You're about to find out that you need it. You miss it. You love it. Something there that you need back. All right. Finally, we get to Pisces. All right. Put the time down. I believe, Pisces. I believe is your mantra, Pisces. Any Pisces in the house? Pisces, Pisces, how are you, my loves? How are you, Pisces? Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. What does my Pisces need to know about the... Man, you wouldn't believe how cards be jumping out today. Like, I got shit to say. And I don't know if it's hot and the cards are slippery, but Pisces, I want to make sure you have a good, solid ending to this live, because Pisces is a tough one. Pisces energy is tough for me to get into, because I had a little rough time with my ex, who's a Pisces. And big change in energy in our relationship today, by the way. Lots of talking, lots of like, we're kind of at that point in our separation and divorce where I'm not angry. I don't think he's angry. I think we regret a few things, maybe. I don't think we're going to be getting back together, but I will tell you, we're actually be able to open and honest with each other. I think it changed the energy. I hope a lot of Pisces felt that, because it felt good. Starting with the 2 of Pence in reverse, your finances aren't that great. You're not balancing them. You're not budgeting. There's something a little off here about your, I'm sorry, that's the 10 of Pence in reverse. It's not, I'm sorry, 10 of Pence in reverse is not getting the raise, not getting the financial success, not coming together with somebody who you can work together with. And I kind of have that happy home, happy life card. It's just not happening. You're going the wrong way. It's kind of how I feel. Ace of Wands tells me the journey you want to travel on is not the right journey. You are not free to move about. You have not done something you need to do, and you are trying to run forward with the Chariot card, but it is upright. So you are going to be able to get some momentum going, but I can guarantee you that the energy that you're coming in with the Ten of Pence reverse and Ace of Wands reverse, you're stepping out under a dark cloud. You're going to get things going, but it's not going to end up well if you keep just going and going to that inevitability, because there are things you haven't taken care of. So when you hop on this Chariot, it could be a little difficult for you. Yeah, you have the Queen of Cups in reverse. This is you in reverse, more than likely. This is a water sign in reverse. This tells me that you're not nurturing anybody. You don't want to give to anybody. This is a very selfish card, but moreover, it could be Spirit telling you too that based on your energy, straight up, Spirit is saying you need to take care of yourself. Do not give to anybody. Do not nurture anybody. It says, keep it to a minimum, because you need to give that to yourself. You need to take care of you. And I have that lovely Hermit card. Remember, you need to follow your own light. This is a lot about self-love. It feels like you're forgetting. You want a new passionate beginning with this Ace of Wands, but it's in reverse. And it's because you can't have a new passionate beginning with somebody else or even yourself, spiritually, until you're right. And you are not right with the Queen of Cups in reverse. You don't feel good. And this is you hermiting away. Take a moment away. Take a moment to think about, what you've done. No, I'm just kidding. It feels very much like you need to find your own light and follow your own light. There's something out of balance here. You're being you're following somebody else's light, is what I feel. And it doesn't feel that great, Pisces. It feels like it feels like you need to individuate a lot more, especially with this Ace of Wands. This is about moving forward very much alone, passionately. Wands are really solo cards, and they're all about Deepa, if you stay, I'll do a personal reading for you, honey, because I'm done with Pisces right now. And I want to do a personal for somebody else. So hang in there, sweetie. This this Ace of Wands, you want this new passionate start, but Wands are really solo cards. In order to acknowledge another person in these cards, you have to get like a 4. Moreover, it's about what your spirit is doing for you and moving forward, like free to move forward. You have freedom to like go ahead. But with this Queen of Cups in reverse and this, you're going to try to move forward, but you're going to stall out because you aren't you. You need to be you, my Pisces. There's something about you that is imbalanced in your deepest self that is making it impossible for you to move forward. And it's a self-love. It's a totally self-love reading. I feel it. That's what that Ace of Wands in reverse is. You are not, and the Hermit card, you're not following your own light. You're not following your own heart. All right. Some clarifiers for my Pisces. Okay. Uh-oh. Here's why you're trying to rush forward. You have options. 7 of Hearts is options in love. It is in reverse because you want one in particular, sweetheart. You know what you want. And you don't want a lot of options. You just want that 111. And I have air and fire here. Fire being Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Air being Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You have 2 options in love. And that's why you just want to run forward. And there's one in particular that has your fancy with that 7 of Hearts in reverse. However, you're not ready for love. Sorry, Pisces. You do have love coming in, but you really need to open up your heart to yourself. Otherwise, nobody is going to want to be in love with you. All right, that is it for my Lionsgate readings, except, Deepa, you did show up at 1:33. You showed up at the end. I already did the Leo reading. It was kind of convoluted anyway. I did a couple readings for a couple other girls that showed up, but I'm going to do your reading. Leo, I want to do a personal reading. I didn't think I could do personal readings, but the couple readings that I did for the girls that came earlier, the Aries and the Taurus, they said it hit home really hard. So I'm going to try and do that for you, my lovely Deepa. Okay. What does my lovely Deepa Leo, Deepa McAllister, I really like your name. Hold on. I'm reconnecting. Okay, here we go. All right, I had a little bad connection, but it's come back. All right. All right, Deepa, my Leo. I like your name, Deepa. I like names that are mixed up like that. Like my one of my favorite names is this girl that my kid went to school with, and her name was Christina Chavez, and she stands up and is this little Asian girl, and you're just like, damn, all mixed up beautifully. I'm a mixed girl, that's why. My maiden name is Smith, believe it or not. All right, love. What do I have for you? Oh, cards are everywhere for you. I have the Three of Wands. Are you waiting for something, my love? The Three of Wands. You're waiting for your ships to come in. You've done some work for sure, and it's ready to go public, and it's ready to come in. And let's see. I have the Eight of Swords. You feel like if this doesn't come in, you may not be able to pay the rent, or you may be in a precarious perch. You know that if this comes in, you're not going to be in the bad position that you think is coming. And the thing about the Eight of Swords is that you remember swords are man-made, which means this is like a mess that you made yourself. But I think you have the solution coming in with this Three of Wands, but it's just not here yet. So remember, you aren't suffering as much as you think you need to take the blindfold off. So this is really temporary, especially in reverse. You are going to be able to come out of that, my love. And I do have the Ten of Cups here, but it is in reverse. It's likely because you're just waiting for your ships to come in, and it's just not, you don't have that happy home right now. Um, you could have a problem at home, and I'm talking a problem like, somebody who's making it difficult for you to have 10 of cups at home or in your everyday life, that is making you a little more desperate for this Three of Wands and to get out of this Eight of Swords. Definitely create boundaries to like really get over that, but don't panic because I have the Three of Hearts. I'm sorry, the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is like all these girls have manifestation abilities. So this is but it is happiness because you feel like you have everything around you that you need. What is this woman? One of them is like a gypsy, a tarot card reader. One of them is a map maker, and one of them is like an alchemist or chemist. So it's like you have like everybody around you that you love. You're celebrating. It means your ships are coming and things are going to go well for you. But I have this High Priestess in reverse for you. The High Priestess is about knowledge of all kinds, but it comes to you because you haven't said a word. You haven't been told. Direct knowledge and overt communication is not the answer for you right now. You need to open your eyes and kind of look around. There's something going on in your life that is very Three of Cups energy. It's very happiness energy that you're not indulging enough or that you're not experiencing enough. You're like talking too much, maybe, or there's something about it tells me that you're resisting it and you're resisting some kind of happiness. I'm having trouble reading that card for you, my love, because it just feels like you're so happy. Like it feels like your ships came in, everything's working out for you. Things are going to work. I feel like you're going to hit that happiness, but I think you set up some kind of happiness that isn't quite as good a plan as you should have. It's not as complete. It either doesn't remove the energies entirely, or this is definitely not. Yeah, is the person you're with giving you trouble? Because it feels like even though your ships come in and you celebrate with that Three of Cups, it feels like there's something you missed. There's a lesson you missed, or there's something you depended on somebody's words improperly, or that you didn't complete it all the way, so that even though you're celebrating the Three of Cups, it's kind of like there's something in the back of your head that isn't making you enjoy it entirely. Actually, I'll play you a couple more cards from the tarot deck because you're talking about love here, and I didn't get this. I don't know if this is about love. I only feel love is an interference. Okay, maybe I was wrong. Is Chris a fire sign? A Knight of Wands? Because the card I just pulled was the celebration card, the wedding card with Chris, possibly with a Knight of Wands. I had said Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Even if he isn't a fire sign, he may just be feeling very passionate about you right now. He might have pulled away from you? I feel like that energy of like he pulled away to maybe think about something. Okay, guys do this thing right before they're about to propose, right before they're about to make a very passionate move or an upgrade to your relationship or a celebration to your relationship. they pull away to think about it or be sure about it. So this could be like an advancement, like a proposal or moving in together or just really or saying I love you. This is something, but I feel like he's pulled away to really think about it. Like but he's going to come in hot. When he comes back, he's going to come in hot. Has he left you a little bit, or has he just quieted down a little bit? Is what I feel. And I think that's the energy of what is going on. It feels like you're not sure about something. Let me see if I could pull some. I usually get very good direct messages from cartomancy from these, and I have my archangel cards out right now. And yeah, there's something about it right now that's good. It's probably why you're watching tarot readings, but it's definitely I do feel that energy of like I pulled away. Guys do this, they pull away. Yeah, he's gonna pull away, and he might not think you're his soulmate, and but I don't know. I feel like when he pulls away, he's going to miss you, or he's going to want to come back. Make sure if he comes back, because this is also Knight of Wands is kind of coming back horny. So make sure, and when he comes back, it's not because he was just feeling lonely. It'll be a night to remember for sure. But make sure when he comes back in your energy, you definitely put it out there that hey, I think he's going to come back, to be honest. And I do have the 6 of Hearts and the 6 of Diamonds. These are victories. This is a victory in love and value. Do you not want children, my dear? Deepa, did you not want children? Is that why you're not his soulmate? Why he thinks you're not his soulmate? There's a victory here for you, and a victory in value. This is like also expansion. So as far as the double victory cards, it's not just victory. It's like you have a victory in value. Money starts flowing in and out, but love starts flowing in and out. This is like the perfect relationship of giving and receiving. That you need to balance the giving and receiving. There is a concession. It could be that children, like you said, there is a concession here that of giving and receiving, that balance of giving and receiving properly, evenly, and equally supporting each other. That's not quite, I think it's where you're fighting. I have a 5 of spades here. Somebody's not supporting you. And the energy they're working, this is the Joker. It is in reverse, by the way. Jokers are like using your energy to do like a leap of faith, to move forward, to like exercise your energy fresh and new. But it feels like it's a 5 of swords. It feels like debate. It feels like a trap card. It feels like just discussion going nowhere. And it feels like you guys need to, the only way this is going to work is if you guys actually get that love and value flowing to each other evenly. These are balance cards. These are like money coming in, money going out, everything rolling along. This is love coming in, love going out. We're all just one happy home. It is. That's the possibility there. But I feel like somebody's exercising their power to just kind of argue and debate and like kind of like get nowhere. The 5 of Swords is 5 of Clovers is a debate card, and it's a lot of interference actually too. I do feel a lot of interference. It's a lot of people coming up with their opinions, and they're pretty useless, and they're fighting about nonsense because they should have been working together, but in fact they're just arguing all the time, or just causing chaos in each other's lives. I do feel like there might be interference. I wouldn't call that cheating. I call it like opinions of others that are probably driving you nuts. But yeah, other people are involved, Deepa. And I'm talking like mothers, like his mom and his dad and his family may not approve of you, or vice versa, or your friends. Somebody that's like kind of whispering in their ear, like, this ain't good. But I do have these cards for you. I feel like you need to get your love and your value up. Definitely clean out your home. Make your own happy home and your own victory in finance alone, especially if he's away from you and he doesn't think he's your soulmate. Move up your vibes, move up your energy, get stronger in yourself. Whenever a lover does that, get stronger in yourself. And then when they return or when they see you, and they see that you have your self-love down, you'll either be ready to love or you realize that you're so much more valuable than this than had before. There's nothing wrong with that, but definitely use your words calmly, because there's some kind of debate or some kind of fighting going on that it's really useless. But yeah, I do feel like he's coming back, and he's coming back in hot, 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 like a fire sign. And if it isn't him in this fire sign, if there's another fire sign in your energy, they want to marry you. But yeah, he's coming in hot. Just make sure, because I've had this happen before, that you don't just hook up and have a really great romantic night and he leaves, and then you got a hookup thing going on. Because I actually did that, and it's pretty lousy when you actually have feelings for somebody. Okay, readings, I'm not gonna lie, but geez Louise, you got like an opportunity for just winning right now. And I think it's when you're going to be apart, that when that happens. That's exactly how it feels. When you like pull back and stand in your own energy away from that 5 of clubs and everybody else's nonsensical opinions, and you like kind of feed yourself a little bit with that giving and receiving, I just feel like you're not going to want him anymore. So you're not even going to care, and your options are going to open up. I know it sounds crazy, but it's what I see in the cards right now for you. Like, you have an opportunity for happiness in so many levels, but you just kind of got to let go. Just kind of got to let go, my love. All right. If you just came in the room and you put your name up, I will do one more personal reading for whoever's in the room. If you put a comment right now. Nope. If you just came in the room, if you put a comment right now, I did finish all my Lionsgate readings, all my 12 sign readings, but I will be willing to do a personal reading if you've just come into the room. Nope. All right. I love you all. I really love this. This was really fun. I did not think I can do personal readings, but my readings with Cece and Karen and even Deepa. Deepa, you were a little harder because I was tired, but I'm not going to lie. I am from California. My family's from Belize. Um, my mother's from Belize, which is a country that is made up of pirates and free slaves and a bunch of people that just didn't want to be under British rule anymore. So I'm as mixed as it can be. A lot of people think I'm Indian. I do have some Filipino blood in me, and I do have a lot of Indian viewers, Deepa, to be honest, a lot. You guys are like my big fans from actual India. All those college kids, they like to comment on my channel and watch my channel, and so I do know that I have it with Indian people. I know we're buddies because you guys always show up. This is actually my second channel that I've done. I did a Laker channel. I'm actually born and raised in California, Orange County, but I had a Laker channel before, and all those Indians, all the people, Indians from India, mind you, and universities. Calcutta University. There's a university in Calcutta. Those people loved my Laker channel. Oh, you live in Scotland? Is it cold? Is it just so cold? Oh, thank you, sweetie. I can't really see your picture, so I can't return the compliment. What I do see is your hair, though. Your hair looks like so silky. I do look at other girls to shop or decide how I want to do things with my hair and stuff too. And my number one fashion icon is Iman. Iman, ugh, I love her. All right, I kind of got to check out. It's almost 9 p.m. and I got to work in the morning, and I can't believe I did that reading for you, love, because honestly, now I'm just waffling with you, Deepa, because you're very sweet, and I really did pull out that reading because I was so tired. It's 25. Oh, it is summer. Okay, I know you said 25, but I think that's Celsius. And I'm American. I'm United States of Americans, so I'm totally not metrical. To get an idea, it was 100 degrees today in my car when I left work in Aliso Viejo. That's by Laguna Beach. If you've ever seen the OC, it's where I work every day, and it should be really cool there because the air. I can even smell the ocean on a windy day there, and oh my gosh, it was 100 degrees. So, and that's Fahrenheit. Got to do math. But I definitely want to go to Scotland, Scotland and Ireland. They're just so green. I really gotta go. I don't want to go. I'm having too much fun, and you really made it. Thanks, sweetie. I gotta go because I gotta go to bed. Thank you all for showing up for my Lionsgate portal reading. I did put down a couple meditations in the information box. You can click on those. I'm gonna listen to one tonight while I sleep to clear my crown chakra, which is very hefty. Feel it on my eyes. That's that Lionsgate portal just hitting you. The energy of the stars kind of like weighing on me. I do feel it. It's kind of a weird thing. When you visit America, don't waste your day at Disneyland. It blows. If you come here to California, don't go to just go to any Disneyland you want, but don't waste your time in California and Disneyland. There is the beach. There is. You invited me to come over. I would love to, because I'm actually recently separated. I haven't finished my divorce yet, so I had to start completely over. So my bank account is a little more sparse than I prefer, but I'm working on building that up. It's very poor of pence, rebuilding your energy, rebuilding your resources. But I feel it's really working out just because you open your heart to love. It's really it's nice. It's nice to be in love with yourself, just in love with the world. The sun, love with the sun. Today was a Sunday, and it started out gloomy, but it did end up quite beautiful too. I think I might have to take some people up on those offers to visit them because I don't know if I can wait. I'm so impatient. And then everybody tells me how wonderful it is where they are. And I have the beach here. You know what's great about Southern California? People don't know this, but you may not snow to sand. I don't know if you've heard of snow to sand or beach to mountain or what do they say? There's a lot of expressions about that because in the morning, I have done this. You can go up to Big Bear Mountain. It's about a 2-hour drive here, and you can like snowboard all day and or half a day, like a 4-hour lift ticket, and you can totally hop in your car, drive back, and spend the evening and afternoon at the beach in your shorts and bikini. It's one of the best things about Southern California that living here makes it a true joy. And that is what I would recommend if you came to Southern California. I would come in the winter so you could snowboard, and then that same day go. It's like going to the beach on Christmas Day, and which I have done too. That's what's so great about living here. It's just kind of like adventurously sunny and adventurously, yeah. It's just really nice here. For the weather, although it's been quite humid, and of course, climate change, as we know. You can't deny it when, you have 100-degree weather and you're used to 80-degree weather all summer. That's a tough one. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone, for coming and showing up the reading or the rewatch. Next live, again, I'm going to do the same thing. If you're here and nobody else is in the room, I'm going to give you personal readings because I love it. And I may offer personal readings now because I did a few today and really focus on the energy of individuals, and it was nice. I think I did well, and I think you guys loved it. So I will check back with you. I know, right, Deepa? I love the idea of personal readings, and I will check back for that Jupiter goes direct. That is all about fortune and luck. That comes on the 11th. So new weekly readings on the 11th for Jupiter direct. We're going to switch our gears. So all this soulful change come the 11th, it's going to be time to get to work. And all those blockages should be gone. So you should be able to run forward pretty easily. That's what I'm hoping for. All right. Have a good night, my loves, and enjoy this energy. Definitely try and meditate a little bit. It will help you calm down those energies. And good night, everyone. Thank you. It's been so much fun.